If you suck at getting new money, if you don't like taking risks, if it doesn't thrill you that you can create something, if you're not entrepreneurial, if you're not creative, at the very least, use all this digital stuff like WordPress to lower your cost of operations. You're paying how much for your content management system? You're paying how much for video streaming? You're paying what for email marketing? Are you insane? We have seen organizations cut their expenses, their monthly expenses, in half by adopting best-of-breed WordPress and other products and services, cloud-based services. At least 50% of your operating costs digitally evaporate when you start to adopt some of these tools that we'll talk about in a few moments. Because WordPress is a CMS, a content management system, but it should also be used for landing pages, creating a page devoted to a client. A sales rep should be able to do that. You should be able to, if you're a manager, create an intranet that's password protected for your sales reps. Why not? Maybe you're in the marketing department. Maybe you're a pretty proactive sales rep and you're not waiting for 20 years for somebody to create an online sales contest for you so you can build up a database for your customer. Maybe you're in marketing and you can't get the attention of the goofball who's going to design a website for you and your upcoming event. Do it yourself. Maybe you're a sales manager and you want to create a page that's focused on helping local clients. All the resources they need, online media kits, right? And Mel Taylor Media, we're well known as being a no BS consultancy, focusing on business models, revenue models for local media and local business, right? And we love WordPress. It's our weapon of choice. Why WordPress? We're going to talk to you about that. But without a doubt, out of all the tools that we've learned, out of all the tools we use, WordPress by far is the most powerful, most flexible, and it's the most life-saving for our career. Back in the day, as TV, radio, and newspaper was downsizing, it's tough to get a job, tough to keep a job. WordPress allowed us to come back because WordPress allows us to protect the relationships we have with local business, because that's the goal. The goal is not to create content or create news or be a journalist or be a newspaper or a TV or a radio person or a hyper-local specialist. Really, the goal is to protect that local business relationship, because that small business, that local business in your community, they're the ones subsidizing or paying for your activity. And news, as Clayton Christensen would say, is trapped. Local media, we think it's trapped. Read that book, a business bestseller, The Innovator's Dilemma, and it talks about how companies, when they get so good at what they do, it's really tough for them to innovate. Oh, they can add new stuff, sustaining innovation, but they can't do anything radically different. They get trapped. They're handcuffed. And people like me and other independents, we take advantage of that. And you in Cincinnati, you're putting a paywall up? You better hope I don't move to Cincinnati, because I love paywalls. Paywalls make it easy for guys like me to build an online local news and information community portal. Probably should have got a haircut before I did this gig, but whatever. Yes, you can become a WordPress superhero, save a ton of time, money, and aggravation. I was having a chat with this gentleman about the CMS called WordPress. He was so enthusiastic to hear me talking about it. Right, Gary? He's looking at me saying, "Are you nuts?" Of course, moments later after this photograph was taken, he took me back in the woods and beat the crap out of me. Not many people know that. We do these Web Marketing 101 small business seminars, and some big businesses are in there as well. You can always learn new stuff. We did stuff for the CNHI group, and matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, we are headed to Myrtle Beach for Myrtle Beach Web 101, with yours truly, Mel Taylor. And we're looking forward to that. The Sun News and Myrtle Beach Online hired us to come on down, and that's February 18th. And we think that's going to be huge. Over the past week, Brigantine Now, we got 214 new likes on Facebook. Compare that with the other local papers. Brigantine Times had 1 new follower. Chamber of Commerce had 1 new follower. The Brigantine Beach Municipal Site, 5. The Beachcomber, another local newspaper with 1 new one. But 4,800. That's 4,815 total likes. And this is just Facebook. We have email. We have double opt-in email, newsletter, and email capture. On our website, we have multiple platforms. But we don't really rely on page views or visitors. We rely on making sure we can convert a substantial percentage of all that activity to revenue. That's all that matters. 4,815 total likes. The closest competitor in Brigantine has 725. That's the legendary, the incumbent, the Brigantine Times. We build websites for businesses. Is that because we want to be in the website building business? Of course not. We're in the business of enabling commerce. We want local businesses to trust us, that we are going to communicate how we can help them reach a buyer. We're not technology people. We're really marketing and communications people. And we wake up every morning and we look to the sky and say, thank you for creating WordPress, because now we don't have to deal with IT people or coders or see if they know HTML or PHP or CSS, or if they say, you really should go with Joomla. We don't want to go down that path. Brigantine Now has a sister. We just launched Margate Buzz. It's another South Jersey town, and it's the same format as Brigantine Now. Once you build the first Brigantine Now, it's easy to replicate or to create another one because you have that structure already set up. Now, when we're in Margate, now all of a sudden we start to attract local businesses like one of the biggest real estate teams in Margate, Phyllis and Troy. All of a sudden now we are taking MLS feeds, which we've never done before. We have a landing page on Brigantine Now to pull people in and let them know how we're going to boost their business in 2014. Brigantine Now Digital Marketing Services. Some of the sites that we just launched, this might look just like a condominium website, the Ramon Beach Resort, but it's more than that. This is a full-blown operation for communications amongst all 32 of the tenants inside this condo, the ability to pay their condo fees online, password-protected bulletin boards, as well as the ability to sell or to rent their units using this website we created for them. It's more than just a website. The client came to me, told me all their issues, and then I can develop something using WordPress and a variety of plugins. The number one thing they wanted to do was make communication amongst all 32 of the condo owners, make the communication quicker and easier. Do you know that when they had to communicate to the other 31 of the tenants, they had to go to the property manager, and the property manager had to type up, print, run off, stuff the envelope, get the postage, and mail it. Every time they wanted to communicate to the other 31 tenants in this building, it cost them about $75. That's insanity. Well, we're even doing political websites. In this case, we built a web marketing program for the Brigantine Republicans. Of course, we would do the same thing for the Brigantine Democrats, the Brigantine Libertarians, the Brigantine Communists, the Brigantine Fascists. Well, those last two I don't think exist. Now, when we do these sites, then we find out that, well, you know what? It's only one step away from doing their advertising, creating banner ads, doing their logos, doing their van wraps. Because once it's in digital form, you really can repurpose it. In this case, Lacey Cleaning now has been with us for about almost 7-8 months now. And they really started out with just, hey, can you build us a website? You're still using vendors from the TV, radio, and newspaper industry? Are you kidding? Check out MailChimp. We used to use Aweber, and now we just moved over to MailChimp. We are blown away how simple and inexpensive and free MailChimp can be. We also are big fans of Gravity Forms. We can create almost any kind of form. It's a plug-in. Costs about $100. There you go. State of Local Digital Media, January 23rd, 2014. I'm Mel Taylor. So check it out. And more details coming up. If you want to reach out, mel@meltaylormedia.com or info@getsmartdigital.com. That's the website right there. Some other graphics that we are working on right now. Boy, wasn't that fun. Hey, thanks to Camtasia. Thanks to all these tools.